All right, let's open this package. This should, I'm hoping this is going to solve some headaches that I have. Okay, I think I already have some, but I didn't want to take a chance. So some connectors, and I've already got one of these, I think, in storage, and now I have a total of 3 that I haven't used yet. These are 12 volts. All right, we got this. Let me open this real quick. This is a 2-pack here, USB-C and standard USB. That should work for what I'm trying to do on some of this. And something I've been waiting on forever, I finally have a fuse block so I can run stuff a little bit smarter. And I got a spool of 12 gauge wire to run everything. Now let's hope this little project goes well. Well, survived another one, everyone. Off work, getting ready to jump in the van. I picked up some cat litter and a little salad kit type thing for my lunch. Sprinkle some of that leftover rotisserie chicken on top for a good meal. Cat litter, little iceberg lettuce. And I learned not to get the big bottles of salad dressing just because of the size of my cooler. A little bit of Great Value Ranch. See you inside. I think we're going to start off by hanging out at the Winn-Dixie parking lot to start with. That way to give the cats a chance to get up in the cab without any major issues. We probably won't stay there the whole time, but we spent a lot of time over at the other shopping center yesterday, so I think I want to change it up a little bit, head back over there, put my divider up. The reason I put this divider up like this is it makes it a little harder for anyone to peek inside my back. Like with my sliding door open like I'm going to do for the cats right now, you still got to kind of go out of your way to see what's going on all the way back there, just because it's a small door in the middle. So that's what I'm doing. And now if they want to come out, they can come out. Where's my jacket? And then I'm going to the back myself. So I think it's safe to say that the knuckleheads like the heated blanket. All right, nothing too fancy, but there's my chicken salad made with my leftover rotisserie and a little iceberg lettuce salad in a bag that I just bought. And that'll be my lunch. And I don't know what I'm going to do after that. Trying to figure out where I want to mount this fuse block. I want to try to keep it on here, so I feel like my only spot is really here. And I think I want to go further out like this. I think that'll be the way. All right, fuse block is mounted. Let's unhook the panel so we don't mess up. All right, these are the ends that are going to go on the batteries. Here's my positive. And here's my negative. I just have to see if the leads are going to fit on the posts, because I feel like they might not, but we'll see. And this is going to be the part that actually sucks, because I don't have a lot of room left on these posts, if you recall. It will fit. Let me see if I have my heat gun. All right, I did have my heat gun, and I've got it hooked to the jackery. All right, not perfect, but if I keep the heat gun on low, I can heat shrink this, kinda. Forgive the cats tracking litter everywhere, but I never made that wall yet. But everything's hooked up. So now we just need to hook my 12 volt stuff up. I think I hooked it up right. I'm hoping this negative in this position, which is the last of the 3 on this side, and this negative on this positive on this position, which is the last of the 3 on this side, is how it corresponds. This will be my test one. But I don't think they gave me my fuses. I can't find them. It means I can't test anything until I get some fuses. Found my fuses. They were in with a socket that I ordered. Put the cover back on for right now. It did come with the nifty stickers, you know, side lights, stereo, strobe lights, yada yada. Now let's see if I can test this bad boy. All right, it works. Basically, I've got the cooler 12 volt run into the fuse block now. Now that it works, I've got some other projects I'm going to do. Unfortunately, and I'll try to put some footage over here to show you, but my left back door, the little pull-up bar, broke. And I was able to put my hand in and pull it up while I was working on stuff, but then that bar broke completely off, so I don't have a way to open that left side easily, at least. So I only have the right side, which is fine because that's where the side I use to do the litter and stuff. The left side is the one that has the air conditioner on it, but I guess I have to figure out how to get that piece and put it in. I think I've seen videos, or at least for my side door, I've seen videos on it before, so maybe I can figure it out at some point. It's not a priority though. But I do have a fuse block now, which means I can run some other stuff, which was always the goal. Okay, basically, here's what I got going on. This spot right here looked like a spot over here on my van, and I still need to screw it in, but I'm going to test it right now. The fuse is in and everything off that fuse block. Basically just have it hooked up to this ring light, which is getting juice, so there we go. I now have a 12 volt outlet on the back side of my van right here. So I've got one from the very back that's running all the way up to the refrigerator. Basically, I had the one running from the back all the way to the refrigerator. This time I have it hooked up to the fuse block. But I used to have to unplug the refrigerator and then plug in whatever other 12 volt item I wanted to hook up, like the TV or something like that. Now I have this one up here that I can plug into. And I actually have 2 more. One I think's in storage, but I bought a 2-pack. So the other one's gonna go right on the other side here, because I also bought 2 of these. USB to USB-C. And I'm gonna test that out right now as well. That's pretty cool. There's a nice little light to it as well. Let me grab my USB charger. It is charging. And I'll test it a little later, but I have my USB-C to USB-C charger in my backpack. I'm going to test that one out. I don't think the screws they gave me will go through metal. I'm going to give it a try, but I might have to get some self-tapping screws to finish this off. I'm only going to do one today because it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I do work tonight. And I got to clean stuff up, and the cats need access to their litter box because I had to push stuff out of the way. Catch up with you in a little bit. Van's definitely a bit of a mess. Cats are mad at me for making such a mess. But I have the fuse block mounted, and we know the fuse block works, which is great. I have another 12 volt outlet now in the back, so I don't have to unplug my refrigerator cooler, so the refrigerator cooler can always be running. I have a splitter, so I can actually hook the TV and the Blu-ray up off of one outlet. I just need to get one more 12 volt plug adapter like I bought for the TV for the Blu-ray. They both take the same size, and I'll be able to run the Blu-ray and the TV off of my lithium setup on all 12 volt. I might order that one sooner rather than later. I'm off tomorrow, so ideally I'm going to have the other outlet that I have with me hooked up. And if I get over to storage tomorrow, I might grab the third one. The idea is one of those outlets, I can plug the 12 volt heated blanket up to for the cats at night when I go into work. And we'll be good to go. And we'll have the Jackery as kind of a backup. Because with my lithium setup, especially since we're staying in the 90 percentile right now, charged, if I hook up that 12-volt blanket, it's not really going to affect my 800 something system. So I think we're getting there, folks. It has been a doozy of a day, though.
We have had a doozy of a day. A real doozy.
All right, I'm going back over to Winn-Dixie. I'm going to post up. It's technically time for me to sleep. I definitely want to make sure I wake up in time to go take a shower this time, because I am sweaty. All right, I am back at Winn-Dixie. I'm ready to get out of these cat hair cover clothes and just lay in the bed. I'm in a shady spot. I'm going to kick the AC on to get the van cooled back off. You know, having to lift my mattress up to work on some stuff with the batteries and just, you know, my hand's slightly arthritic, so trying to get in and hold screws when it starts cramping up, it's a bit trying. But I had a nice spot over at the Home Depot parking lot. No one bothered me, so call that a win. Just gonna be a shower tonight. All right, tasty beverage time. I'm in the Walmart parking lot, getting ready to go inside and start my shift. Don't work tomorrow or the next day at Walmart. Got a cherry Sprite. Never had that out of the fountain before, so that'll be interesting. And it's just been a really good and interesting day. We found out that one of you gave me $3,500 to pay off my credit card debt. And that money is already processing right now. By tomorrow, my debt will be cleared. So the only thing that leaves for me is eventually $1,300 to fix the gearbox of this van, and that way I can go on the interstate with a little more peace of mind. And I'm about that much away from having the money for paying for my storage unit and car storage for the next 6 months. So those are my two things on my agenda now. Once those are done, then I'm a little more free and clear. And I know you don't want me to say who you are and everything else, but it's thanks to you wiping out my credit card debt that I'm back in the game to at least have a chance to get this stuff handled, working this 3-day-a-week part-time job. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed this ramble. I hope you had a good day. I definitely did. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal Vanable, signing off.